Hello collective, and welcome in for a daily general read for my air signs, but I wanted to say Geminis, so maybe if you're Gemini this will like extra resonate for you. There are some synchronicities coming up for the collective. My throat's going already, great. Something about black and white is possibly relevant for you. Maybe you are in a really extreme sort of circumstance right now. Maybe you are not on the same page as somebody and you see things one way, somebody else sees them a completely different way. I'm hearing some ringing, so that could be the case. Maybe you are getting down to like basics. You're kind of just like slimming down all of your like clothes or your accessories or books or whatever, just doing some spring cleaning. Masons were coming up. And then the feeling of a battle. Okay, let's go in with, I wanted to grab the Black Moon astrology deck for a vibe to begin with. So I'm going to lovingly and adoringly call upon our ancestors, archangels, I'm going to lovingly and adoringly call upon our ascended masters, archangels, ancestors, guardians, galactics, and guides, highest white light and frequency of love, to assist me in channeling messages clearly and concisely for the highest good of my air sign collective at this time. I'm also going to lovingly and adoringly call upon Saint Germain of the Violet Flame to assist me and all worthy hearts at the task of effortlessly and immediately transmuting any lower level energies, entities, and others that may seek to lower or influence ours or Gaia's energy at this time. Thank you for blessings, thank you for protection, thank you for guidance, and thank you for connection. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm seeing... Okay, the first term that came to mind is powers that be. We've got Taurus here in reverse with second house, and I'm pretty sure Taurus is the second house, okay? Both of them in reverse, and I'm really seeing this pyramid with the all-seeing eye. Oh my god, it's gonna be one of those reads. Buckle up, friends. And then on the bottom of the deck over here, we've got change, okay? Also in reverse. Lunar eclipse, really big changes, really big cataclysmic cosmic occurrences. Okay. I'm gonna take this one out. And then there's healing on the bottom, okay? And then we've got 2 8s here. Fate is at play, destiny is at work, endings and beginnings, okay? So this definitely does kind of represent a battle. A battle of the way things were, how one was previously comfortable, the way somebody possibly provided for themselves or existed in the world and interacted with the structures within that world. Something is getting a shakeup, whether that be how somebody interacts with that structure or the structure itself. I am very much feeling like it is that structure that is getting demolished, TBH. But we're gonna see what other cards come out and go from there, okay? Some of you could be trying to save money right now. You could be investing in foreign currencies. If that's relevant, then good luck. Okay, I do also want to grab an animal spirit, okay? Before we dive directly into the tarot. Ding. I guess we need a bit of energy clearing. All right, what do my air signs need to know about this reading, spirits? Yeah, they're really bringing up that pyramid. Egypt could be relevant for you, or one of the many other places there are pyramids. They're not only in Egypt, you know. There could be something about sacred geometry there. Gritting. Tarantula comes out again, and the unicorn. I'm pretty sure this came out in my last air sign reading, actually. Feeling of tension, feeling of anxiety, being on edge, apprehension quite possibly, feeling attacked, feeling quite burdened, okay? But what I'm seeing, because there's like this light emanating off the spider, is that somebody has an inner strength to them. Collective, I assume this is you, this unicorn, right? Also kind of with that moon right behind the head, kind of looks like the unicorn is glowing. They are ethereal and in a hyena. So this is probably external energies to you. You've got this rainbow moon behind you, and somebody's got like that, what is it, like a waning moon? And they're snarling, and they're like, unicorn, we've got some problems here. This is kind of representative of the energy between these two energies. I'm gonna take all these out. And we're gonna read the unicorn from the book, which is representative of ether. And maybe the crown chakra? Intuitively, that's what I'm feeling. Unicorn. I'll hold it up for you. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. Ooh, I love that. Something with a mixture of politics and religion, the church being in politics, and how they impact the world in ways that most people are unaware of. It's difficult to see here, I think, of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers, maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn and belief in self at times. I'm adding that in, that's on the book. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes and no and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there's something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp for something more. You are the unicorn. You are. And you've begun your quest for answers. Ooh, congratulations. The unicorn and the sixth chakra. It is no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. The center is called the Anya chakra, or command center. Ooh. Okay. If you saw the last air sign reading, and I was talking about like energy weapons, that very much relates to what I'm feeling here with the term command center. It seems like a subconscious reprogramming that is attempting to be executed by people who have no right to do such things. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and the present, while this third eye peers into the future. So collective, maybe you are in a place of really extending that intuition, of connecting to those higher realms, to your ancestors, your guides, and your galactics. And there are people around you who aren't quite so happy about that knowledge, information, insight that you're gaining because it perhaps threatens them and puts them in a place of being exposed. You see how half of this moon is seen and the other half is not? It is the dark side of the moon versus the light side of the moon. Yours is lit all the way up and full of beautiful, opulent colors. Theirs not so much. And powers that be, okay? That's the sort of energy that these hyenas are representative of, or the hyenas are representative of these higher powers, I should say. And I say higher powers only because they're currently higher powers. They're not actually higher power. They are, in fact, the weakest rungs on the ladder. So, just so we're clear, all right? The way I place these cards, because we got three, we got the unicorn with this change. So I see this unicorn as initiating a very big, shocking, again, cataclysmic, cosmic, whatever I had initially said, that is going to be a phase. It feels like it's a slow, no, it's not a slow process. They wanted to correct me. It's not a slow process, but it is a process. Unicorn is also not representative of a single individual. This is collective energy. So yes, this is going to resonate with you, I'm sure, if you're still here, but it's also the heart-led individuals who occupy Gaia, okay? And then healing was with the tarantula. So this is, like I said, the energy between you and these hyenas, these powers that be, these outdated systems, these barbaric individuals. And there's a healing, a rectification, if I may, of how these people, places, things have operated, the power that they've exerted over others, and how in their search for control they have made other people powerless. And they do so usually wearing this mask of a joker, of a friendly politician, or of a good person, a good guy, good gal, maybe even being actually in some sort of religious associations. And I'm hearing some ringing, so for some of you that could be the case. I know it's a bit early. I'm actually going to get a karmic card since this is kind of going that direction. All right, Spirit, can I just get like 1 or 2 cards for this? Please, 1 or 2, the most relevant information for my air signs, please and thank you. What do we need to know about this read? Just 1 or 2. It might take a second. But I hope you're having a good day while you're sitting here. And, whoa, goodness gracious. Okay, so before I even prepped all my decks today, I was told to add remote viewer to the back of one of the existing cards, which is paganism, okay? I just grabbed the first one I saw. I'm not going to take any of these, but it flipped out and it was looking directly at me. So remote viewing, I also see karmic mother, and then public enemies, as well as fake friends, okay? As well as distorted views. So perhaps if these people are attempting to remote view because of the knowledge that they have acquired unlawfully, that is being distorted at this time, okay? All right, Spirit, just 1 or 2, please. Okay. Glamour magic, which I saw throw in the deck. Okay, great. So these people are glamoring themselves as well as you and other people, collective intelligence operation. The powers that be, again, I have a feeling as if these societies, these groups, these brotherhoods, these cults, covens, governments have utilized powers, deities, practices, rituals that are unsanctioned, unlawful, and also way outside their realm of capabilities. And as I mentioned in the initial air sign reading, I had a feeling of like these people have to deal with a monster of their own making. So I think for some of them, they might have like summoned up some things that are coming back for them since you are no longer impacted, okay? I'm gonna get 1 more. Just 1 more, please, Spirit. Okay. Criminally perverted. Ew. Okay, great. So if these people are remote viewing, they get off on the fact that they can see you doing things that they should not be witnessing, okay? They could have also planted cameras, hacked devices, compromised accounts in order to gain access to things that they find sexually gratifying that may not actually be of sexual nature, is how that came through. I don't know what that's about. Well, I have an idea of what it's about, but I'm not going to touch on that right now. Okay, going in with the Rider-Waite, we've got Temperance on the bottom of the deck. Temperance is here. Star is here. Oh, and I did see, what was it? The 4 of Wands and then the Lovers when I was prepping the decks earlier. So Temperance is here because these powers that be, these systems that have previously exerted excessive and unnatural control over the collective, over you individually, over people like you, are being closed out. The angels, the ancestors, the guides, the galactics are here to assist in purging of these lower frequencies. And I guess that's what today's read is about. I did not expect these sort of messages to be coming through from my air signs. Whoever you are, you're a very powerful person, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be on these people's mind, okay? This is the group. This is whose mind you're on. They could be in a church, they could be in a basement, they could be underground, but look at these seemingly religious folk with their aprons and their head coverings. They're all talking. They're all like, Paganism is, again, kind of referenced with the pentagrams? Pentagrams, I think that's what those are called. Well, they're pentacles, but to me, they're showing up as pentagrams. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to know about this story? These people. What is the most relevant information for my collective of air signs to know right now? Moving on from the way things were previously done, okay, to calmer waters. Going about life, existence, and happiness in a sensible way that people have tried to convince you is wrong, is perhaps bad, is immoral. But they only have these opinions because it so suits them and keeps them in power. But they're not in power. They've never been in power, that's the thing. Whew. Look at that. Oh my God, collective, this is such beautiful energy. And you know, the more light is brought into the world, the more darkness will try. It's hardest to get a grasp on it, but I don't think that's going to be something that is really a good idea, for first of all, successful, nor worth it in the end. I think that this is representative of you, collective, High Priestess, and a Queen of Cups, somebody who's very intuitive, somebody who's nurturing, somebody who sees this cult, this coven, this brotherhood. You understand how they operate. These pillars are very relevant. There's also something about pomegranates and scrolls. And again, these moon cycles. Magic is being done on moon cycles. That's what it is, okay? This Queen of Cups, again, this is you, has this little angel here. There are angels beneath you. There are angels above you. There are angels to your right, to your left. Across all dimensions, you're being guarded by these etheric energies from these tainted souls. Oh yeah, there's even more angels up here on the top of her chair. So yeah, you've been granted safe passage onto a brand new chapter in your life, and these people are not so happy. Like I said, I just saw a glimpse of the devil as well as the King of Cups. So the title of the last air sign reading was Finish Her. You could say that as like finish him, but this is especially relevant for feminine energies dealing with a group of masculines, the patriarchy, as I mentioned before, brotherhoods, who are very embarrassed, though they'd never admit so publicly, about how they've failed repeatedly to exercise control over somebody who they saw as less than them. Their inability to take control over somebody that they thought would be an easy target. Ten of Swords, that's what they wanted for this intuitive, yummy, ooey gooey individual. For why? For why? I'm not gonna take these. We got a King of Wands, somebody who does magic. Juggling, oh, they're juggling, goodness gracious. They're trying to hold on to those 10 wands, but shit, they're about to drop them and they're about to get hung up. I'm getting public execution, and I know that's not a thing that happens anymore, but if this is a story that is played out through past lives, yeah, there's ringing, okay. This could have been individuals who like participated in like the Salem witch trials, things of that sort. I'm getting the strangest feeling right now. I don't enjoy this. Okay. They have historically exploited, abused, subjugated divine feminine energy. And even in death, they have not allowed them peace. They have, in those past lives, assured the downfall of intuitives, of seers, of knowers who happen to be of the feminine energetic association for their own sick pleasure. So they would get off on hanging people up like this, okay? But now it's the role reversal. And they don't like it now that they've got those wands for them to bear, okay? Spirit, what else do we need to know about this, please? Seven of Swords, deception, sneakiness, being cunning, being underhanded, being somebody who operates undercover, under covert methods, means, and Is this you trying to sneak away? Could be. I really think that this was them trying to slyly assure the ending of somebody. But it's not sly, it's right here. You silly gooses, it's right there. I'm gonna ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron to shield me in the collective in 1,000 rings of holy fire, 1,000 rings of holy lightning, and 1,000 rings of holy alabaster. Please bind and block all evil eyes sent to gaze upon us at this time. Remove any unlawful viewers. Cleanse our energetic centers, our chakras, and purify the rest of the collective as well. Thank you. Okay, we got the Star in reverse. This is what they wanted, okay? They wanted to put an end to somebody's healing. They wanted to remove somebody from divinity. They wanted to cut off this feminine energy's intuitive knowing, because in their eyes, because they are a patriarchal system, there should not be a woman who they see as less than them, so in tune, so powerful, and so aware, because these individuals think they're bigger and badder than they are. They don't think it's fair that the divine feminine is capable of exceeding what they can do. And a lot of these are people who are the powers that be, as I mentioned. So these are people who have maybe trained their entire lives, who come from generations of individuals who operate in cults, covens, sects, brotherhoods, things of that sort. And they think that because they have this hierarchy that they have adhered to, you should come nowhere near that. Not only because you don't have that training, you have not been bred in the same way they have. You've been bred in a different, more insidious way. That's relevant for those of you who need to know. But because you have not paid your dues, so to speak, they think that you should not be entitled to this knowledge, this healing, this protection, this insight. And then add to that the fact that you're a woman and they see you as just lesser simply because. It's an end to that, okay? We're closing out cycles. The world is here. This is an end to karmic cycles, patterns. Again, on all corners, this divine feminine energy, who again has her scroll, is protected. And then we've got nature, I think, or maybe that's, I really can't tell if this is like a wreath or a dragon scale sort of barrier. One way or the other, this is somebody who is viewed very highly in the divine's eyes. These individuals are seen as the tricksters they are, because they can fool people in the 3D realm. You can't fool the divine. You can't fool deities. You can't fool seers, knowers, intuitives. So it doesn't really matter what sort of mask you present. A unicorn is going to be like that, seeing you very clearly. And intrinsically, your existence, that horn, is a threat. All you gotta do is put your head down like this and go forward. Like, head down, eyes on the prize, keep going forward. And this hyena is gonna get knocked the fuck out. To be honest, okay? Just had a King of Wands that wanted to pop out with the Two of Wands. Masculine energies, people who very well could be doing magic. They're waiting for something. They're waiting for those 10 swords to come on your back. They're waiting for their version of success to come to pass. And I think some of them, some of them are actually waiting for their karma. Some of these individuals, oh my God, you can't make this up. Some of these people understand that it's downhill from here and it's going to be expeditious. They're just waiting. They're waiting. Okay. I'm not going to take these. We've got an 8 of Pentacles and a 2 of Cups. So as I mentioned, I believe in that last read, some of these people in this brotherhood, in this whatever, that has infiltrated your life and impacted you and taken away from your ability to get grounded and trust yourself and live like a whole happy, healthy life. Could be people who were sent into your life as like romantic partners, and also possibly people that you work with or worked with. They could have approached you to patron your services, regardless of what your services may be, how how small or how large or how intimate or how anonymous, they've approached you, they've communicated, they've tried to sneak into your castle, okay? They might have tried to actually gain access to your home. But again, even your home is guarded. Everything's guarded. Some of you could have like security systems. Some of you could have like guard dogs. Some of you could have just an energetic sovereignty about your space that is maybe even compounded by the people you have in that house or around that house that is like protecting you, protecting the ones you love. And these people are very, I don't want to take either of these. These people are very confused. They're very, again, embarrassed, though they wouldn't admit it, that they can't do what they thought they could do. The magic's not doing what it did. Ace of Cups in reverse. This is, I'm seeing like very dramatic, over the top displays of emotion. I think these people, like the heads of these destructive plans, will present a very calm, cool, collected, hyena sort of demeanor to the people that they see. This is the public perception, though it's not public, it's like the people they collaborate with. They are like, yeah, I've got it together, everything's fine, everything's good. Then behind the scenes, they go home, and I'm getting a feeling of domestic violence, unfortunately, but they fucking lose it. They lose it. They could be getting very, very drunk, like belligerently drunk. They're like screaming, smashing things, throwing things around. This is how they feel. They feel like the spotlight's on them and they are surrounded by threats simply because of your existence, okay? So these people are very, very dissatisfied. Possibility of them being somebody that was romantically involved with you, collective, but also possibility of it being family members. Like I said, you were bred in a different way, okay? Hangman came out here in reverse. These people are doing everything they possibly can to avoid being, to avoid their threads of life being cut. I'm getting like the Fates from Hercules when they're like over that, like, I think it's like a pool or something, and they've got scissors and they're like trying to cut somebody's thread of life. They're trying to avoid that from happening to them, and they're trying to do it to this feminine energy, but they've failed repeatedly. But again, their intentions were not pure. They were never pure. Even if these people came in and presented themselves as like soul family, or like-minded individuals, or really grounded, nourishing romantic partners. This was all a ruse, it was all a plot, it was all a plan, a scheme, and a scam in order to have somebody hung up unjustly, violently, consumed, deranged, beaten, battered, bruised, and broken. Again, yeah, they came in and they're like, ooh, take my cup, like we're close, right? Like you and me, we're one and the same. And I think, collective, that your intuition probably told you about these people. Again, you're the unicorn, you're very intelligent, you're very just like on your game. So you were defensive, but then you lowered your defenses, possibly because these people were doing magic to lower your defenses and to glamour. Okay, that's what it was, because we got the Ace of Swords out here in reverse. They were doing magic to glamour themselves. So again, whether that was like done upon you or upon them to like impact the way people see them, mainly you, these people were able to infiltrate your life because of the magic they were doing to adjust the way that they were seen, to hide their true face, to hide their true intentions. They're like, it's a 10 of Cups in all reality. Bit of a different circumstance, right? So they were deceptive. As I mentioned, these people have information that they have no right to. So a lot of this stuff is going to be probably not the stuff you can find online. Actually, certainly not the stuff you can find online. Ace of Wands in reverse, very bad magic, very dark magic. Ooh, okay. That was, I'm again going to call for Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron to shield me in the collective and the 1,000 rings of holy alabaster, holy lightning and holy fire, please and thank you. Blind and block all unlawful viewers for me in the collective. This isn't like even information that you'd probably be privy to if you were from a family of like practicing witches or warlocks or spiritualists. This is dark-minded stuff, okay? Four of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse. We just got the Ace, the 4, and 5. Ace. And I'm sure we'll get the 9 out soon. Page of Cups in reverse. So these offers that they wanted to bring towards you, again, under the guise of being one and the same, really grounded, really intuitive. This garb is just looking especially comedic to me. Like they dressed up probably like how they thought you would want them to look. They presented themselves however they thought would lower your guards. There's lots of mirroring going on. They were doing this in order to win at all costs, to sabotage you, to blind you to their true intentions of putting you down and out, unable to provide for yourself, unable to focus, unable to have a stable sense of self, identity, mental clarity, peace, anything of the sort. These people wanted the very worst for your collective. They did. They truly did. We're going to go in with the Soul's Journey. Yeah, Soul's Journey? No, we're going to do the Starseed Oracle. I did want to use the Soul's Journey, so maybe we'll do both. We'll see. But we're going to start with the Starseed Oracle. All right, Spirit. What else do I need to know for my air signs? Just one or two, please. Ooh, so much pressure. Some of you might benefit from having your crown chakras covered up. Star family, you're a part of a team of souls. Call and support. Call for your angels audibly in your head, through writing. Ask for assistance in these circumstances. I'm feeling like some tingles. Star ancestors, there we go. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Guess what? We got the pyramids there, and we've got the pyramids here. You and your 3 pyramids, the divine pyramids, the lineup with Sirius, Lionsgate 8-8, very relevant for a lot of you. A lot of magic was probably done around then, pardon me. And a lot of you could actually have like Leo heavily aspected in your chart. You got these 3 pyramids, they got their 1, and their obsession with the 3D realm, with the root chakra, with the sacral chakra, in all of the lower octaves, okay? You, however, have your connection to the heavens. You have your information. Your lost wisdom is coming from a place of purity, of connection, of expansion for the collective and humanity. These individuals are trying to dredge things up from the bottoms of the earth, the realms, in order to stop this from occurring, because it's a light or dark sort of situation. You know, it's going to be one or the other. Again, that half moon, right? Look a little deeper. You could be exploring a lot of really interesting gifts at this time, collective. Continue to do so. Do not speak about them to those who you are 1000% certain are safe to share them with. Daily communion with your guides is heavily advised at this time. You will gain the hidden secrets that you need in order to overcome whatever these individuals have planned or desired for you, as well as the rest of the heart-led collective, okay? Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Did you know that there's a COVID strain called Arcturus? Very strange to me, to be honest. I'm feeling some tingling in my fingertips. That's fun. Yeah. Connect with your star family, those star ancestors. Dive into your Akashic library, because you've got some juicy stuff there waiting for you that is going to enrich your life, that is actually going to bring you that 10 of Cups, and is going to empower you, and is going to heal you and help you anchor in your heaven on earth. So, air signs, that was a lot. But thank you for being here. If you'd like to book me for a personal, check out the bio, description. Love you, and I'll see you in the next one.